Hi, I'm Isaac and you're watching Isaac's Bushcraft and Survival. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you some different plants that you can use as natural bug repellents. Because with spring here and summer on its way, there will be a lot of mosquitoes and ticks to worry about. So let's get started. So the first plant that I'm showing you here today is garlic mustard. As you can see, this one's a little bit wilty. I showed this in a previous video and I showed you that it was edible. But this works great as a bug repellent because what happens is it contains sulfur. So when you crush it and put it on your skin, it releases sulfur compounds that mosquitoes, ants, and aphids and other bugs don't like. And it's kind of the same thing with a lot of these other plants I'm going to be showing you in this video. These are plants that you can use if you're in a survival situation, or if, let's say, you're camping and forgot bug spray, or if you're hunting and you don't want to use other bug sprays because they will affect how hunting goes, because they'll smell, the deer or whatever you're hunting will smell the scent of your bug repellent. And these work a lot better because it's a natural smell, so they won't be as deterred. The animals won't be as, they won't smell your scent basically. So it's a good option to use if you're hunting and like hunting, because they won't smell it as much as, let's say, DEET or other non-natural scents basically. But no, this one works great because of the sulfur compounds. You gotta be careful with some of these because they can stain your skin. Depends on the plant. But another great option if you're camping or even in survival to deter insects is to use fire. Basically, you just have your fire and you can have smoke basically. And the smoke actually deters insects because what happens is it blocks their pores that they breathe through, that the mosquitoes breathe through, and basically makes it so that they can't breathe. So they actively stay away from smoke and from fires. So if you want to deter insects without having to put something on you, you can use a fire and make smoke with it, and it'll deter the insects. Okay, so another great plant that you can use as a bug repellent is motherwort. It works great because it has a lot of bitter compounds to it that the mosquitoes and other insects actively avoid. You can crush it, put it on your skin, whether you're in a survival situation or hunting or something like that. It works good for that purpose. It also really stinks, so when you put it on, I mean, it's strong, but you probably won't notice it as much, or you'll get used to the smell. A lot of these plants have a strong scent when you put them on your skin. You'll just have to kind of ignore that. But it does work as a mosquito and insect repellent. It's also, a lot of these plants I'm showing you today, some of them are edible, some of them are not. I'll be covering more edible plants later on in future videos. But for now, I'm just showing you the plants you can use as bug repellents. So another plant you can use is pine. You can take pine needles and crush them and you can put them on your skin, and the scent and the oils from it will deter mosquitoes. The only thing is, that one you can do that way. Basically, you can crush it up and put on your skin, but it works better if you burn the needles in a fire because it'll produce smoke and other chemicals that the mosquitoes really hate. So that's a better way to use pine. Another one that you can use is mint. You can use mint as a bug repellent too. Wild mint, if you can find it, works great as a bug repellent. There's a lot of plants that you can use around you as bug repellents. I mean, thousands of years ago, they used to put clay and mud on themselves to prevent mosquitoes and other insects from biting. I've done that before, to where you put mud on. Mud works okay as a bug repellent. obviously you get dirty, but if you have no other option at all, mud will work, or clay or whatever will work as an insect repellent. Unless there are spots that you don't put it on, then it won't work, but that one also works well too. It just depends. Like I said, if you have nothing else, you can use clay or dirt as a bug repellent, although it doesn't work as well as these plants. So on to the next plant. Okay, so another great plant to use as a natural bug repellent is actually called catnip. It's a great wild plant that you can crush, put on your skin like all the other wild plants we talked about. But if you take it, you can actually crush the leaves and it smells minty, earthy. Actually, just sitting right by it right now actually smells similar to mint. So it has the same chemicals as mint. I forget the name of those chemicals, but they work amazing as a bug repellent. Mosquitoes, ticks, and other insects and pests like that hate it. It just works great as an all-round bug repellent if you have nothing else to put on. It has, like I said, it has a lot of essential oils to it. But with this plant, you just gotta be careful. Like I said, as with all other plants, you gotta be careful with them that they don't stain your skin. But no, this is gonna be a two-part video. The second part of this will be about how I can process the plants to extract those natural oils and be able to rub the oil on your skin instead of having to crush the plant manually and rub it on and then it evaporates. So stay tuned for that one. That'll be the next part of this. And with that being said, let's get on to the next plant. So this next plant or tree that I'm going to show you is called Western White Cedar or Western Red Cedar. It's also known as Arborvitae. It's a very common backyard tree that a lot of people like to grow to prevent drifts and everything else in their yard. It's a very, very good plant or tree for bug repellent uses because of the different chemicals in the leaves. If you break them apart, you can actually smell the chemicals, and they're very strong. They can maybe give you a headache if you smell them too long. But no, it's a great plant. Most of you probably have it in your backyard because you grow it to prevent snow drifts. It works great for that, but it's a great bug repellent as well. The last plant that I wanted to tell you about is elderberry flowers. The great thing about elderberry is that the flowers are good bug repellent. You basically crush them up, put them on your skin, or blend them up or something like that. You can crush them, put them on your skin. They're good bug repellent. But no, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this type of content, please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.